Should you hire a private DUI lawyer or use a public defender in Michigan? For individuals facing drunk driving charges in Michigan, choosing between a court-appointed defender and a private defense lawyer can shape your future. In Michigan, the public defender system is decentralized, with each county organizing its own appointed counsel and compensation structures, leading to inconsistent representation across the state. Operating While Intoxicated, OWI, is Michigan's legal term for drunk driving and applies when a driver's blood alcohol content exceeds the statutory limit. A public defender is a court-appointed lawyer provided to defendants who cannot afford private counsel, and these attorneys are dedicated but operate under budgetary constraints. A critical report by the National Legal Aid and Defender Association in 2008 found that Michigan's public defender services were not constitutionally adequate, although reforms have been implemented since then. Public defenders often handle many cases at once, earn less per hour than private attorneys, and lack resources to hire investigators and experts. Despite being committed and hardworking, these lawyers work within a constrained system that limits the time they can devote to each client's defense. By contrast, a private attorney can thoroughly investigate your charges, reviewing whether the police had a legal basis to stop your vehicle, whether the breath test was administered correctly, and whether faulty equipment or medical conditions affected your results. Private counsel has the resources to hire experts who can challenge breath test results, examine maintenance records of testing equipment, and scrutinize police procedures, while public defenders rarely have the budget for these services. Negotiation is a key part of criminal defense, and lawyers who prepare strong cases can often secure more favorable plea agreements because prosecutors know they are ready for trial. A private defense lawyer can devote the time necessary to prepare for trial, interviewing witnesses, reviewing discovery materials, consulting experts, and crafting a comprehensive strategy. Public defenders are not free because the court will charge you fees for their services, and the cost of an OWI conviction, including fines, jail time, community service, license suspension, and higher insurance rates, can far exceed the expense of hiring private counsel. The state's penalties for a first offense operating while intoxicated include fines up to $500, jail for up to 93 days, community service, and license suspension, and repeat offenses carry harsher consequences. A conviction can also impact professional licenses, employment opportunities, and school admissions, making it essential to weigh the long-term costs of relying solely on a public defender. While studies have shown similar conviction rates for defendants with court-appointed versus hired counsel, they also reveal differences in pretrial release and sentencing, suggesting that individual circumstances and the quality of representation matter. Public defenders work within a system of limited funding that often prevents them from hiring experts or conducting comprehensive investigations, which can affect case outcomes. A private attorney often knows local prosecutors, understands court procedures, and uses established relationships to benefit clients during plea negotiations. Your initial meeting with a private attorney should involve a detailed review of your traffic stop and arrest, discussion of any field sobriety or chemical tests, explanation of potential penalties, and outline of defense strategies. In that meeting, expect the attorney to describe the court process from arraignment through trial and give an honest assessment of your case's strengths and weaknesses. Early representation allows your counsel to attend your arraignment, argue for reasonable bond conditions, request discovery quickly, and investigate while evidence is fresh. If you start with a public defender but become concerned about the level of representation, you can hire a private lawyer at any time before your case concludes. Your new attorney will file a notice of appearance and receive all discovery. When choosing an attorney, ask about their experience with OWI cases in your county, their familiarity with breath, blood, and field sobriety tests, their relationships with experts, and how they structure their fees. Be wary of lawyers who make guarantees. Instead, seek someone who communicates clearly, answers your questions directly, and demonstrates a commitment to defending your rights. An experienced OWI attorney can represent you not only in the criminal case but also in administrative license restoration hearings, which are not automatically covered by court-appointed counsel. The question of whether you should hire a private DUI lawyer or rely on a public defender depends on your circumstances, but if you can afford private representation, Doing so often provides more personalized attention, resources, and strategic advantages, leading to better outcomes. If cost is a concern, consider that the long-term impact of an OWI conviction may outweigh the upfront expense of hiring a lawyer who will fight to protect your rights. Michigan's legal process for OWI cases involves arraignment, pretrial motions, negotiations, and potentially a trial, so timely, informed decisions are critical for anyone facing charges. Michigan Defense Law is a law firm dedicated to defending drivers throughout Oakland County. Our attorneys prepare thorough defenses tailored to each client's situation. Our law firm has defended hundreds of clients across Oakland County, and we are ready to guide you through the legal process. Call Michigan Defense Law at 248-451-2200 or visit our office at 2525 South Telegraph Road, Suite 100, Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, 48302, United States for a free consultation and personalized legal guidance.